Hello and welcome to Faithfully Stampin' with Jennifer Helm. I am Jennifer Helm, the Faithful Stamper, and I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! Today I have a gift card holder that I'm going to show you how to make. 'Tis the season, it's December 2022, and I find myself in need of a couple gift card holders, so I thought I would share this one. It's fun, it's a little bit different than usual. It has a Z fold with a little pocket in the middle for your gift card. It's perfectly sized. And you don't need a lot of supplies, and then you can take this design for the holidays and transfer it into any other occasion. So let's get started. The first thing you're going to need is a piece of cardstock that is 5.5 by 4.25. So this is 1/4 of a sheet of 8.5 by 11. And to that, we are going to add a piece of designer series paper that is 5.25 inches tall by 4 inches wide. And this is going to be the base for our gift card holder. And these we're just going to glue together. So if you're making this style, make sure your paper is running in the right direction. I'll show you some alternatives at the end of the video. So this we're going to just put together like so. The next piece you will need is a piece of cardstock that is 9 by 4, and what we're going to do is then score it 2 times on the long side. So we want to score it so it's in 3 panels, so we're going to score it 3 and 6. And to make my job a little easier, I'm going to bring over my Stampin' Up! Paper trimmer scorer, and I'm going to score 3 inches from either end, and that way I don't have to extend my cutting arm there, or my measuring arm, I guess it's called. So that's all the fancy stuff we have to do today. So we've got 3 panels, we just scored at 3 and at 6. And then we're going to Z-fold this. You can use a bone folder if you want, or your fingers will do just fine. And so this is going to form the central part of our gift card holder. I like to glue this on with something fairly strong. You can use liquid glue, you can use tear and tape, or Stampin' Seal Plus. Not the regular Stampin' Seal, but the Stampin' Seal Plus, because that has the stronger hold. I'm going to go with tear and tape, and I want my panel to open this way. So I need to put my tear and tape here on the back. So you can use the strong adhesive of your choice for this part. And I'm just going to go around the edge with my tear and tape. And then just to be sure it doesn't go anywhere, I'm going to grab one more piece and put it in the middle. Oop, a little extra stuck to my finger. Don't need that. So once I press this down, give it a good press. You can run your bone folder over it if you want. I'm just going to peel the edge or the backing off my tape. And then once that is done, I will put this on the center of that backing piece. Now, I'll show you the panel you can write your message on in just a minute, but if you want to add another panel, if you need more room, you can flip this over and put a panel here on the back. Or if you're going to stamp it with a personalized stamp to share that you made it, you might want to do that before you glue anything else on. It's just a little easier. All right, so I'm just going to double check here that I've got everything in the right direction. And then this gets put in the center and give it a nice press. Now to the front, I'm going to add a piece of designer series paper. This is 2 3/4 of an inch wide and 3 3/4 of an inch tall. This designer series paper is from our Boughs of Holly set. Here you don't need any special adhesive. So here we go. This just gets centered on the front. Now for decoration, I'm keeping this one fairly simple. I want to just let the paper speak for itself. So I have from the, let's see, Christmas to Remember stamp set that we have. It's a cling stamp, so it's red rubber cling. I'm going to use the 'Tis the Season set, or the stamp from the set. And so I have a scrap of basic white, and some real red ink. And what I'm gonna do here is ink up my stamp. And I think I need to soon re-ink my pads, so I'm just gonna make sure I have good ink coverage here. And then I like to do 1, 2, 3 press. Ooh, that came out pretty well. Happy with that. So I'm gonna put my ink to the side for a minute. And I think I'm gonna let this dry for just a second so I don't smear it. It dries pretty quickly, but I have a habit of smearing ink. So we're gonna do the inside. Basic white, same measurements as the DSP we put on the front. 2 3/4 of an inch wide by 3 3/4 of an inch tall. And I'm just gonna keep the inside simple too, with a little, have a holly jolly Christmas stamp. Just like that. So this panel is going to go here on the last panel of our Z-fold. You can see how quickly this comes together. Sometimes it'll take you the longest to pick the paper you want to use, because there's not a lot of fancy folds or anything like that. Okay, now we're going to jump back to the front for a minute because this is dry. I have my paper snips, and all I'm going to do is just trim nice and neat around my stamped image here. This has turned out to be one of my favorite stamps that I use because it gives you such a nice look, and you're not fussy cutting for an hour because it's a nice neat little rectangle. But when you're done, you have a nice little image that can just be popped onto the front of a card or gift card holder. So my dimensionals here, I'm going to use mini ones since this is a fairly narrow sentiment strip. And I think for this one, I'm going to put 3 just because I want to make sure it doesn't sag in the middle. Peel the backing off of my dimensionals. And then you can design the front of your card however you like. For me, the hardest decision is where do I want to put this little strip of sentiment? Do I want it at the top? I look at my designer series paper and see if I like it in one location or the other. I think this one I like at the bottom here. All right, so we're almost finished. All we need to do is go back and put in our pocket. Now for your pocket, you can use designer series paper or cardstock, whatever you like. This is 2 7/8 of an inch wide and 2 inches tall. I went just a little wider than the DSP and basic white panels because I'm going to put my tape around the edges because I don't want this pocket to pull off, so it needs something sturdy to hold it. And so I wanted to give myself just a smidgen of extra room to make sure my gift card will still fit. So what I'm going to do here is I'm really getting close to the edge of my designer series paper. If I was really, really worried and not sure that this would still fit, what I would do is use liquid glue to adhere my pocket. Or if you happen to have tape that's narrower than this is about 1/4 of an inch wide. That's our tear and tape from Stampin' Up. And, but if you have something more narrow, I would use that. So I'm just gonna take the backing off here. And then this, make sure you have the open edge at the top, goes right here on the panel in the middle, like that. Now what I meant to do before I glued it in place was do a little Stampin' on it. I just want to jazz it up a little. I don't have to, but I want to add a quick stamped image. So thankfully it worked. And while I have that same stamped image out, I'm going to decorate my envelope. Quick and simple. This is from the Christmas season stamp set. It coordinates very well with that Christmas to Remember stamp set. And then for a final touch, I'm just gonna add a couple of little red polka dots there to my envelope. And I think I'll do that on the inside here as well. They're not gonna show terribly much, but it gives it a nice little accent. All right, ink away because I'm done stamping. So just like that, my gift card holder, it's a very tight fit with that tear-in tape, but it works. If my tape was any wider, I would not have been able to use it. So whew, lucky fit there. And then what I'm gonna do, I just wanna add a little bit of bling to the front of the card. So I have some of our festive pearls. They're red and green and gold and silver. And I think for this, I'm gonna go with gold. And I'm just going to put a couple here around the front of the card, just for a little sparkle, a little something to catch your eye. I swear it takes me longer to figure out where I want my embellishments to go sometime. All right, just like that. There is my gift card holder with a regular size envelope ready to go. So I did mention that these are great for any occasion. I do have another Christmas sample to show you. I used our Sweetest Candy Cane set. This one, I did not put my sentiment on the front of the gift card holder. I saved that for the inside. And I added an extra layer of cardstock. I didn't like the red on red with the designer series paper and the cardstock here. So I added a panel of garden green between the two just for another visual look. I used DSP for my pocket, no stamp needed, a little sentiment, and there's my card. And I put ribbon here as a nice decoration on the front of the candy canes. I did mention that this is great for other occasions as well. So here is a sweet little birthday gift card holder using some new Sneak Peek designer series paper. So here's sending happy thoughts for a very happy birthday. So you can use this for any occasion, and you can also change the orientation on this card. So we've been doing all these vertical orientation, but if you switch it, you can make some really cute horizontal orientations as well. So your Z will open towards the top. The only thing that is different is how I stamped and how I arranged the front of the card, but then I changed the dimensions on my pocket here. I could have gone with the same as I did before and I had the pocket sideways, but I didn't like that. I wanted to be able to put my gift card in from the top. I'm looking for my gift card here so I can show you. I wanted it to go like that. So I added a little mouse with a little dimension, and here I embossed the cardstock for my pocket. But that is a very sweet little gift card for someone expecting a baby. And then I like this design so much, I actually made a second one in more of a girly color scheme. Same idea though. Very, very sweet. This paper I think is going to go great for, among other things, baby cards and gift card holders. And then last but not least, I actually made a very quick and easy one using our He's the Man suite. I probably sound like a broken record if you've seen my videos. I really like this set because it's so fast and easy. All I did was pick out my paper. These are actually die cuts that come with the pack of paper. You get 2 sheets of die cuts. And so I just added them to embellish my gift card holder. Quick and easy masculine gift card holder ready to go with a little matching DSP on the envelope. So that is our gift card holder for today. I thank you so much for tuning in and hope you enjoyed learning that. If you have not checked me out on Facebook, I'd love it if you'd hop over there and follow me. I'm The Faithful Stamper. You can also subscribe to this YouTube channel and then click the notification bell. That way you'll be notified each time a video goes live here on the page. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and happy crafting.